guys, welcome back. I'm going to do a tarot reading for a friend of mine. She said it would be just fine to post the video on YouTube, and she just asked for sort of a general tarot reading, nothing really specific. And since she's not here with me, I am just going to keep it real general and simple. And yeah, here we go. So I am using my a Marseille deck. I am using my Noblet tarot. That's this guy here. And I'm just going to shuffle. I haven't really filmed too many of my tarot readings at this point. So, you know, I might sort of cut out certain unnecessary bits. I'm not really sure how we're going to go about it yet. Hang on, I am going to focus on our question here and focus on her while I shuffle. Okay, guys, I think we're all set. I've chosen to use a spread today. I don't always. It's sort of like an elemental spread. So we're going to draw 4 cards, one for each element or for the directions. We can go ahead and start. That'll be our north, and that represents earth. In the south, we have fire. Stay on camera. There we go. And that is the 2 of Wands upright and the 9 of Wands reversed. Then in the west, in the water, we have the moon reversed. And in the east here with air, we have the 4 of Cups upright. And then in the center, in our spirit, we're going to draw 2 cards. One we have, the Ace of Coins or Pentacles upright. And then I'm going to draw a cross card. And that is the Ace of Swords. Ooh, 2 aces. Look at that. Also upright. And that is our crossing card for this spread. Just going to take a look here. I'll often do this where I'll touch the cards with my left hand to sort of absorb the energies of the card, the meaning of the card. And then I'll even do this, right? I'll put my right hand on the cards to help me get out sort of the meaning of the cards or what messages are coming through. I'm super drawn over to this moon card here right now. I think we're going to have to start there. Yeah, look at that. So what I'm sort of seeing here right off the bat is with the moon reversed. That's the only major. You actually have a representation of every single suit here, including one major card. There's a definite balance, actually, in some way in your life right now. But yeah, here, the moon card reversed, especially with it next to this Ace of Pentacles here. There is very clearly something from your past, something probably emotional and probably unpleasant that I would think has sort of been buried for a little while, that is definitely coming to the surface of late, and literally even manifesting in your life somehow. It's not like you purposely went there and started thinking about this. Maybe even it's a repressed emotion or a repressed memory kind of thing. Yeah, it's not like you went, digging through, trying to bring up, uncomfortable or painful or traumatic things from the past. Literally, things have been physically almost in front of you, whether it's with your interactions with other people or certain things that have happened to you, or other people have maybe shared their experiences with you, and all these things are sort of cumulative, and they're just pulling you into this direction where it's like, okay, I guess I need to deal with this. Yeah, and I just get the feeling that it's not something pleasant, it's not a happy thing. And there's a lot of sort of maybe painful emotions sort of attached to whatever this experience or this memory is for you. So yeah, let's not talk about that for a minute. Let's move over here. I like to read this, you know, all the way across sometimes. You have the Four of Cups here, and this is actually, it's funny. It's sort of in contrast to that, as this tends to be talking about, you know, some kind of emotional stability even. And I feel like there's a lot of truth in this for you, even though you're dealing with some shit right now. I think that you are in a stable enough place in your life where you are very able to jump into these issues here and actually be able to process them and be able to deal with them. Yeah, you've grown enough, you've evolved enough, you are able to make this journey. This is what I'm seeing here. Even with this sort of Ace of Swords cutting across the whole thing, cutting across your physical manifesting everyday life, there's this wonderful sort of new stable mentality that you've recently found for yourself. That is allowing you to go back and deal with these things. Normally you would think sort of it's the opposite, right? You have to deal with these things before you come to this place of stability. But yeah, it looks like the opposite is sort of true. You know, you've done enough work now where you can go back and deal with these really little things, although it probably seems rather large for you right now. Okay, sorry. So I actually think there's something else kind of interesting here with the Four of Cups. You know, it can sometimes almost mean this sense of boredom, of stagnation even, and I do not get that feeling for you with this card. I think it's just sort of letting you know at the moment that you're not going to stagnate and continue on this path of like emotional growth that you really have been on for a little while, as long as you do this work. You know, you have to sort of go there and investigate these things. So let's look up here now. Up in the north here, in the element of earth, we have the Two of Wands upright, and I feel like there is, I'm not sure what this is regarding, whether it has to do with your life at work or a project you're working on. It could even have to do with something going on in the family, but there is something you are very clearly, and that one, very clearly focused on. I don't know if it's a little passion project. This probably feels as if it is literally getting in the way, monopolizing your thoughts. But whatever it is that you're working on, you're already taking steps towards it. And it looks like it's something very healthy and very good for you and very positive. It probably feels a little overwhelming at the moment. These first few steps towards building something like that can seem, oh my God, what did I get myself into, you know? But especially with the two aces right here, this is going to be fruitful. And then down here in your fiery, your passion, all your energy is sort of coming from here. And I do feel like there's a warning in here for you. This is the Nine of Wands reversed. Just not to overdo it. You know, especially with what's going on sort of in your mind lately. You know, you don't want to burn yourself out. Yeah, you don't want to burn out, but also it's sort of, I feel like, hinting at that there might be a little fear. I mean, isn't there always, right? But a little bit of fear that this is going to really change your life. Whatever it is you're now taking steps towards building. It's still in the very initial stages here, but yeah, don't be scared to let life change. This all looks, you know, it's in a positive direction. I think that if we don't embrace these changes and let our life change as it needs to, you know, we're sort of doomed to repeat things over and over and over again. Like these cards in the center here, these are, you know, the big spiritual energies sort of working their way through your life, karmically speaking, right now. You have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. These are new beginnings for you. You are in a very interesting time in your life. There's just a few things from your past that need to be dealt with, or these two will just keep literally manifesting in your life. You'll keep getting these signs, these signals. It'll just keep being thrown back into your face, and you won't be able to sort of head down this new path with your head on straight, even. Yeah, this little bit of lingering fear here about whatever it is you're working on is, you know, that's part of life too. That's healthy. Just keep it in check, you know. So that's basically our little quick general reading here. I am going to take a quick peek at the card underneath here, and we have the Seven of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, very cool. Let's see here. So sometimes this card is like the root of the matter, you know, what's really going on underneath everything. And I feel like it is partly, I also feel like this is giving you some good advice here too. I feel like what it's trying to say is sort of twofold, but one is not to rely on material things for too much of your happiness. Perhaps that is something that's going on here with what you're building. Maybe it has to do with your work, your job, something like that. And one of the aspects is, I'm going to get more money or something like that. I don't think it's wholly that. I think there is something very true about what you're going after. Like it really comes from within. But yeah, try not to dwell too much on that material side of things. And then the other would be here that I think you really do need to sort of the same thing that was reminding you about this lovely moon card issues that are sort of bubbling up from your subconscious lately. I think what was reminding you of that was other people chit-chatting, things that you've heard. And I think you need to listen to that still, because messages sort of come to us like that, you know, through things we overhear, from little bits of advice that people give us randomly throughout the day, conversations overheard, you know, signs in the stars, whatever, little synchronicities. But yeah, I think this card is also telling you to just be open to some good advice from the people around you. They may be strangers, whatever. I feel like it might be a little predictive. Someone's going to tell you something, and it's going to make a difference, you know. So just be open to those energies coming in. Yeah. All right. I think I'll stop there. It's sort of odd recording a tarot reading. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.